What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Italian Football TV. The Champions League matches just ended for us, and this smile is all because of one team right now. AS Roma. They're gonna do it at the same time as me.
So happy. Yeah, we didn't do it at the same time, but I'm just so happy. We're saying, okay, if they get a draw, it'd be a good result. But our boys, AS Roma, with a 3-0 thrashing at the Stadio Olimpico. So happy, so thrilled on Halloween Day.
Unbelievable.
We'd be a little bit more happy if Juve got the 3 points.
We're talking about Roma-Chelsea first. 3-0 smackdown by Eusebio Di Francesco. Roma showed heart, they showed passion, they showed hunger,
and El
they
Shaarawy,
showed Champions League DNA. And El Shaarawy, after scoring one of the goals of the season in the Serie A that we'll see in May, he does it again tonight, proving vital. 2 huge goals, and they couldn't have come at a better time. I was not pessimistic because this Roma has completely proven us wrong. We owe them apology after apology. Once they got into this group, I never believed that they not only could be in first place, but could even go through. I thought it was going to be a bigger struggle than it is right now. Roma sit on top of their table after beating Chelsea 8 points, 1 point above Chelsea. Atletico Madrid tied, and Roma are just freaking amazing. 1 goal better than the other. Perotti then, not even from the spot this time, after grabbing El Shaarawy's ass, it worked, and he scored that goal. I'm just so proud of this Roma. Di Francesco deserves so much praise. I've never, in my life, since watching AS Roma play, have seen them with more Champions League DNA. Extremely, extremely proud to be supporting Roma in the Champions League this season as an Italian.
I'm just so proud because we're always saying Roma doesn't have that mentality, but they're forming something. I really didn't think after Spalletti left, I really thought they were going to collapse in the mentality as in just a structure as a team because he gave so much. Di Francesco really picked up off Gray, and a very little overlap for him to take what Spalletti did and almost make it greater.
And never coach in the Champions League before.
Exactly.
It's his first season. He's young.
He was a small team coach. Exactly. And look what he's doing with the Champions League squad.
I'm sorry to our Chelsea fans out there. You know Chelsea is our team in England, and Antonio Conte is our boy. But unfortunately, right now, he went against an Italian club, and we've got to, Roma comes first for us. We still hope, of course, Chelsea do get into this, which looks pretty good. But Chelsea, extremely poor on the night. Defending was horrendous. They had some chances in the beginning of the match. Very questionable choices from Conte on who he put, and just questionable all around. Really does not look like an Antonio Conte team. But on the reverse, all these, the English commentators not giving Roma enough credit. We are here to push the side of Roma because they deserve so much credit for the way that they performed. 6 goals against the champions of freaking England. I don't care what you say where Chelsea are right now. They are still the champions of England. Roma right now, 5th place in the Serie A. Goes to show you how good the Serie A is. Finally in the Champions League, starting to prove something. I'm just so happy. But on the flip side, like Michael did say, what disappointing was Juventus. They were losing 1-0 to Sporting in Portugal, a game where if they win and all Barcelona had to do was not lose, which they didn't, both teams would have been through. Juventus failed to capitalize on the night. They failed to defend at all on the night, and they failed to impress once again. My eyes were almost all on the Roma game because that was so interesting. Roma attacking, they have hunger, they're pushing, they're shooting, they're trying. While Juve, on the other hand, sitting on the back end. I know, respect, Sporting, whatever, I don't care. Juventus should have won tonight.
No.
Needed to show better.
There's no excuse for Juve. I feel like it's the same thing every time when we talk about Juve. They're not playing good at all. A boring match. They didn't fight. I feel like there wasn't any hunger.
Where is the defense? Guys, today
it's not even
on
just
social
the
media.
Defense, though.
Today, I know, but I just want to know where the defense is because the way that Rugani's still on the bench. When Rugani plays, at least Juventus looks a little bit better. But with the players that we have tonight, and even forget about the choices on the other hand, you're right, call me out on that. The way that these players performed, it's just poor. Yes, the goal with Higuain. Higuain, of course, never deserved as much criticism as he was getting, or did, but of course he was always going to come back. Cuadrado proved important on that night, but it can't get to this point. 1-1, I always thought Juve were going to at least draw, but this should have been a win. This would have been a win that would have helped Juventus so much. They would have been not tied on points. It would have been 1 point behind Barcelona. Exactly. Right now, the table doesn't look that bad. Yes, upset. A draw after a tough schedule for Juve, a lot of games in a row. Yes, all this and that. They do have a deep squad, so that's not as much of an excuse. But my point, Right now, Barcelona on top of the table with 10 points. Juventus, 7 points in second place, in third place, and Olympiacos, sorry. There's a gap, and it's not that bad because Juventus need to beat Barcelona. I don't think Juventus should be playing for second place. I know I keep hearing this a lot. Juventus beat Barcelona, win the rest of your games, prove us wrong, proves everyone else wrong, start to show some performance and top your group because Juventus have the quality to be able to top this group, and that's what I think that we all need to see. Very disappointing on the night. Maybe we're being a little bit too critical. Maybe we're not being too critical enough. Let us know. On Twitter, we asked you guys to give some comments, so I'll read them off real quick. Macaroni says, Conte has gotten criticism for his performances in the UCL for years. Thoughts? I went on Blue Lions TV yesterday to preview the Roma-Chelsea match. I think that Conte starting to seem like he does deserve a little bit of criticism in the Champions League, but I still, on the flip side, I believe that we still haven't seen enough from his team. Tonight, very poor. Worst team I've ever seen Conte play. His time at Juventus, I don't criticize him as much besides the Galatasaray game. For this one, should have done much better, but on the other hand, give Roma credit where it's due.
Yusuf actually said Juve's defense is leaky. It's not only because of the lack of Rugani, but due to a bad midfield. And I think that's also true. Their midfield was pretty invisible, and if you have a pretty invisible midfield, it's going to go easy and just attack your defense. And like we said before, Rugani wasn't playing, which I think almost cements a starting spot. I think he's had a string of good performances, but I could see maybe they want to give him a rest or something for Champions League.
I agree. The midfield should be better. Velch says Roma really strong at the back tonight, and Elsha with an unreal performance. Di Francesco's tactics on point. We definitely agree, Velch. Valerian said impressive by Roma. They can be qualified next game. Unlucky for Juve, they must steal a point when facing Barcelona. They must steal the 3 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's pretty amazing that Roma can qualify just next game, and we hope that happens. Mick Bianconero says Sporting is the lucky winner today. The team is in the shower right now, and no one knows how they got a point. Forza Juve. So yeah, sums up the night right there. Let us know, guys, down below your thoughts. You heard what we had to say. We want to hear from you. Let us know if you like these quick match recaps. Trying to do them a little bit quicker, but guys, let us know down below. Comment your thoughts on Roma's 3-0 win against Chelsea and Juve's 1-1 draw against Sporting, and we'll talk to you soon.
Ciao, guys.